Have you ever felt like manifesting your desires is just this constant uphill battle? You're trying so hard, but it just feels like you're wrestling with reality. Well, let's dive into that because today we're going to demystify inspired action and make this whole process feel way less like a struggle and a whole lot more like a flow.
This right here, this is the core idea we have to get. The law of attraction is really meant to be a dance with the universe, a graceful partnership. It's not about command and conquer, forcing things into existence with sheer willpower. It's all about moving in harmony with the natural flow.
I totally get it. We've all been there. You set your intention, you do the visualizations, and then crickets. Or worse, it feels like you're pushing a giant boulder up a hill. That frustration is so real. And you know what? It comes from a really basic misunderstanding of how our inner world creates our outer world. But don't you worry, we're about to clear that right up.
Right, so this feeling of a fight, this whole paradox, it all comes down to the rate of change between our thoughts and our physical reality. Think of it like a time lag. Understanding this lag is literally the key to shifting from that exhausting wrestling match into a beautiful, graceful dance.
To really get this, think of an analogy. Our thoughts, our feelings, our entire internal state, they're non-physical. They're kind of like mist. You can change your mind in a split second, right? You can shift your focus, reshape that inner world with almost zero effort. It's fluid, it's fast. But our physical reality? That's more like ice. See, it's made of the same stuff. It's all energy, but it's just so much denser. So while your inner shift is immediate, it just takes time for the dense, solid energy of the physical world to reshape itself and catch up. And this is exactly where we get impatient and start trying to force things. So how do we bridge that gap? Between the mist of our thoughts and the ice of our reality without all the struggle? Well, the answer isn't more action or harder action. Nope, it's a completely different kind of action, one that's basically a shortcut. And this is it, inspired action. It's the universe's shortcut. It's that amazing moment when things just seem to click into place, when one tiny little effort produces these massive results. It's not about grinding it out. It's about recognizing and then acting on a divine nudge that just bypasses all the hard work. Okay, so if inspired action is the key, how in the world do we find it? This isn't about just sitting around and waiting for a lightning bolt to strike. It's more like becoming a detective, playing a little game of I Spy with the universe and looking for the clues it leaves for you every single day.
It all starts with a simple shift in your awareness. So instead of just going through your day on autopilot, you start to actively look for the unusual, the unexpected. You kind of adopt this attitude of, okay, universe, surprise me. And then you just watch what happens.
So what are you looking for exactly? Think about it. Is someone mentioning the exact thing you were just thinking about? Does some strange opportunity just pop up out of nowhere? Do you get a sudden, totally random urge to call someone or go to a certain place? These aren't random. Nope. These are your clues. These are the fun, unexpected paths that are opening up for you.
And here's a game-changing daily practice for you. Your job isn't to figure out all the answers or the how. Your job is just to ask better questions. So instead of a to-do list, try creating a to-ask list. Questions like, Universe, what's one fun step I can take today? Or, hey, show me a sign that I'm on the right track. Now, as soon as we start getting these clues, our first instinct is often to jump in and, help. We want to micromanage the universe, and this is one of the biggest ways we self-sabotage. It is so crucial that we learn to just get out of our own way.
And this is where we need to be really careful. It's so easy to fall into these traps, like over-visualizing until it feels like a chore. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis, debating every single little sign. And most importantly, do not leave that core feeling of relief. The moment you feel stress or forcing, you've stepped right out of the flow. And if you're ever just confused and you have no idea what to do next, here's the simplest answer. Just do the task that is right there in front of you. Go wash the dishes, answer that one email, go for a walk. A lot of the time, this simple act of being present is enough to clear your head and let the next inspired clue appear.
This brings us to the real core of this whole explainer. How do you know for sure if an action is truly inspired or if it's just your logical mind trying to take back control? Well, there's a litmus test, and it's all about how it feels.
The difference is actually pretty simple. Logical action seems right, it's what you think you should do. It often requires forcing, and you feel this need to justify it to yourself and to other people.
But inspired action, it just feels right, deep down in your gut. It's effortless. It comes with this wave of relief, and it needs zero external validation. That feeling of relief, that is your ultimate compass.
So let's pull all of this together into a simple, really powerful daily mindset. This isn't about adding 100 new things to your to-do list. It's just about shifting your priorities to focus on what truly matters for manifesting.
It all comes down to 4 daily priorities. And listen, the order here is critical. You cannot jump to step 4 without mastering step 1. Your absolute #1 priority every single day is to find a state of relief. From that place, you focus on your desire, you stay present, and then, and only then, will you be able to recognize and take that inspired action.
Okay, one last thing to prepare for. Just when you feel like you're about to have a major breakthrough, things can suddenly seem like they're falling apart. You might face this huge, unexpected obstacle that makes you question absolutely everything.
Do not panic. This is not a sign that you failed. Actually, it's a sign that you are incredibly close. It's like a last-ditch effort from your old belief systems, trying to pull you back to what's familiar and safe. You have to recognize it for what it is, an illusion, and just stand fast in your faith. And that leaves us with this final thought to really chew on. What if that final terrifying challenge isn't a wall blocking your path at all? What if it is the very door you need to walk through to receive everything you've been asking for?